How to teach kids strategies to read unknown words. In the first example, the sentence reads, "My cat is fun," but the kid's response is, "My cat is fat." Since this is an example of a beginning reader, the first strategy we will use is check the picture. And this strategy is used mostly in kindergarten and first grade. As kids become proficient readers, they will rely more on decoding and content strategies. In this example of using our first strategy, check the picture, we have 3 questions you can ask kids to generate responses. 1 is, what do you see in the picture? 2, what is happening in the picture? And 3, what is the picture about? That gets the kids talking about the picture. There's a cat and yarn. The cat is playing with the yarn. The cat is having fun playing with the yarn. And then that leads us to work on the second strategy to decode the word fun. The second strategy, sound out the word, is a decoding strategy. This strategy extends in complexity as each kid's reading ability increases. It moves from letter sounds to blends, digraphs, and other patterns to multiple syllables. In this example, our second strategy is sound out the word, and again, that is decoding. We would have kids say the sound of the beginning letter, say the sound of the middle letter, and say the sound of the ending letter. What I would do in our example, since the word fat also begins with the same sound as fun, I would say that was very good. That word does have the sound as you said. But now let's look at the second sound, the middle sound. What sound does that make? And what sound does the ending sound make? Let's put those sounds together. And what word does that make? Fun. The third strategy is check for understanding. This strategy extends in complexity as each kid's reading ability increases. It moves from simple to challenging vocabulary, text structures, and content. To check for understanding, have kids read the sentence, then ask kids, does the sentence make sense? Have kids explain their answer, then ask, is it the correct word? And you should hear yes. Stuck on a Word is a great practice page to practice the 3 strategies with your kids. So let's look at this example using our 3 strategies. Look at the picture, check the picture, it is a pot. Sound out the word. I see a p, a, t. Let's see which one has those letter sounds. P, a, t. Let's just check the others to be sure. P, it, p, et. Pot, pit, or pet. The one that makes sense and would fit in this sentence is pot. I see a pot. We checked the picture, we checked the sounds, and we checked to make sure it had the same meaning as the picture. Let's use our strategies for another example. Look at the all. There is a missing sound at the beginning. What could it be? Let's look at the picture. What do we see? We see a ball and a net. Let's see which word would make sense. Fall. Look at the fall. No. Hall. Look at the hall. That does not make sense. Let's try this one. Ball. Look at the ball.
Yes, that makes sense, and ball also matches the picture.
This is a great activity for beginning readers to practice the 3 strategies. It is also called a guided support activity because the first letter of each word for that space is given to the child, and there is good picture support. This is the same activity, but this activity is called independent support because it does not provide the first letter for each word. Please remember that the link for all templates will be put in the description summary. As kids move from beginning readers to more proficient readers, the text becomes more challenging. There are few to no pictures, and kids will need to sound out harder words, multisyllabic, content-specific, transition, and figurative language, requiring decoding skills. They will also need to understand that text is organized in a range of different structures. For example, compare-contrast, cause-effect, problem-solution, requiring stronger content skills. This is an example of text with no picture support, multisyllabic words, and has a cause and effect structure. As kids begin to read this passage, they incorrectly read the word demanding. At this point, have kids attempt to sound it out. De-man-ing. If this is difficult, have kids read ahead. Talk about the clue words climbing, sides of hills or mountains, and then ask, does that sound easy? Hopefully they say no. Ask, what is another word that would describe something that is not easy? Difficult? Let's go back up to the word and try to sound it out again. If this is difficult, then sound it out with the child and together read the word. Further in the passage, kids usually come to another word that they can't read, prevent. So point out that this is a cause and effect text structure. They need good placement of their hands and feet to not fall. What word could this be? Have them sound it out. Prevent. And then have them read it again. Good placement of their hands and feet will prevent the climbers from falling. Ask them, does this make sense? And hopefully they say yes. As kids continue to advance in reading, other types of supports are there to help them with understanding. Titles, glossaries, captions, images, table of contents, and chapter summaries. The link for the templates will be listed in the summary description. Please remember to subscribe.